How men know she's the one. In this video, we're going to be going deeper into what is the actual process that makes a man decide, that makes him know in his heart of heart and his soul of souls that you are the one for him, that you are his soulmate, the one that he wants to commit the rest of his life to, get married to, and share a happily ever after with. So if you're ready to discover how a man finally decides if you're his soulmate or not, go ahead and comment, "I'm ready" now below. And for those who don't know me already, I'm Brody Boyd. I'm a Magnetize Your Man expert. I've been helping single men for over 13 years to find the right woman for them. So I have a unique perspective into how the male brain works that I'm going to be sharing with you in this video today. So if you like my background, my outfit, the content, or anything in this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up right now. Would really appreciate it. Give it a like. And also make sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell below for more incredible free videos to attract the relationship that you really want to have. And make sure to also share this video with a girlfriend or two who you feel could benefit from these powerful dating and relationship secrets, these cutting edge secrets. And lastly, watch all the way through this video for a surprising added bonus at the end as well. So let's go ahead and dive right in to a question. We're going to be talking about the questions that men actually ask to know if you're the one for him, if you're his soulmate or not. And we're going to start with question number 5, which is, can we build an incredible future together? So man wants to know, is this a woman? He wants to know, are you a woman who he can actually create an amazing future with? That you guys are going to have fun together, you're going to have life together, you're going to be supporting each other, achieving goals together, building, whether it's building a house together, building a life together, building a family, potentially having kids or raising kids, or just traveling the world, living life. He wants to know, what does the future actually look like? Are you actually going to enjoy each other's company for the long term, or are you just going to be fighting and killing each other before that long? So he wants to know, what's the actual future look like? And he's going to get, the only gauge a man has to really know what the future look like is what the past and the present look like. And if the past and the present looks not so good, if there's a lot of drama, if there's a lot of heartache, if there's a lot of fighting, if there's a lot of bad communication, it could be on his end also. So it doesn't just mean that if that is the case, it's all your fault. It could be totally his end as well. But a man will still look at that and see, oh, it's just going to continue like that. So why would he commit to that? And yeah, he might have to realize he has to fix it himself. He has to do something to make it better. Or he may realize that you guys both just have an unhealthy dynamic together. You have different needs, different desires, different wants, and maybe just the two of you just aren't really a good fit. They aren't meant to be together. You guys don't share enough of the same values, beliefs, lifestyles, that it's just not going to be a good situation long term. And he may see that before you do. He may even know that. Or he may say, yes, this is it. This could be, I could see the future. He wants to, and here's the thing, a lot of guys, things don't have to be perfect right now. They don't have to be perfect in the past as well. But guys, just as you probably do, they'll look for the trajectory. What are the improvements? What are the things that we seem to be getting better at? And so then he can see out in his mind's eye, okay, it seems to be that the trajectory seems to be up. The trajectory seems to be up. I know when me and my wife were first dating, we had some issues. We had some arguments, but I had already seen the trajectory. I knew we were on a good path together. And even though she was a bitch to me, like several nights before, I still proposed to her because I knew the trajectory that we were on. I could see the future. I even told her the night we met that we have a big responsibility to humanity. And because I could just feel that. Even though I didn't know her, I told her that night because I just like, wow. And I told her she was the girl from my story as well. And yeah, we didn't even get exclusive for 3 months after that. But I had seen the trajectory, even from the beginning. I saw who she was. I saw her personality traits. I saw her core. We talked about a lot of the same books that we had read. I knew that she was on the same level, mentally at least, that I was, and spiritually even. And so I could see that trajectory even from the very beginning. And yeah, we had our hard moments, but the trajectory is what made it a decision for me that I was willing to make. So that this is a yes for me. So that's a really important question a lot of guys will ask. So go ahead and comment below. Also, I'd love to hear, where are you watching this video from? What state, what country, around the world, wherever you are. I'd love to hear that in the comments below to connect with you that way. Number 4 is a question that a guy will ask himself is she connected to her inner child? And this may not be questions that a guy is asking himself logically, like he's not directly probably asking himself these questions, but guys will feel this question. They will feel, is she connected to her inner child? Like, are you connected to the little girl that lives inside of you? the part of you that loves to play, that loves to explore, that loves to be feminine, that loves to wear frilly dresses, to dance like nobody's looking, to just have fun, to be a little quirky, to be a little weird, to be goofy, playful, teasing. That's the most feminine part inside of you. And that's going to compel a man. That's going to make him, for one, fall in love, be insanely attracted to you. But also it's going to allow him to see that he can trust you, that you're connected to that part, that you're not just trying to always be like the strong, protected, or aggressive. And it doesn't also, by the way, mean that you're crying all the time or you have a bunch of emotions. It just means that it actually means that you're okay with that. That when you do cry, you're embracing those emotions, and you're not just embracing the dark parts of that little girl inside of you, the parts that can seem a little more crazy or get really intense, but also the fun, playful parts that are inside of you. So this is a deeper conversation, but this is one of the essences that will really attract a man and make him fall in love long term is, does he feel like you're connected to your inner girl, the little child inside of you? Because he has a little boy inside of him as well, and he wants to know that that little boy can play with your little girl, and they're going to have fun, and not just a bunch of challenges also, and not just a bunch of adults running the show, but also that there's going to be that fun, playful part of your relationship. He needs to know that. If it doesn't exist, he's going to question, is this really a good fit? Is this really something I could feel lit up by, juiced up by long term? So very important question with that. Number 3 question he'll probably be asking himself unconsciously, if not consciously, is she aware of her patterns? So he wants to know, yes, we're not perfect. You have issues, I have issues, he has issues, we all have issues in varying degree. But are you aware of your issues? Can you see your issues? Do you know that you have either trust issues or jealousy issues or anxiety issues or insecurity issues or confidence issues or self-worth issues or anger issues? Like, being aware of those issues that you may have, it's not that you have them. That's not the problem. The problem is, when you have them, are you unaware of them? Are you letting them control you? Are you letting them run the show? Again, one thing my wife did that was very powerful when we were dating, right before we got engaged, was she called herself out and she said, you know, a part of me wants to manipulate you right now. And I'm like, wow, okay, tell me more. And I was really impressed by that, because that showed me that she was able to see that she was having a part inside of her that wanted to manipulate me. Because here's the thing, all those issues inside of you, they're not you. They are the issues. They are a part of you. So seeing that they're a part of you and even talking about them as if they are a part of you, like, a part of me has trust issues. A part of me has confidence issues. A part of me gets insecure sometimes. That's okay. Guys love it when you tell them that, because it shows you have control over it. You're aware of it. You're working on it. You're getting better. Again, guys want to see the trajectory. Is it going like this or is it going like this? They want to see that trajectory. Do you seem to be getting a hold of your things? And also for him as well. Because if you can communicate to it, if you could speak to it, it shows that it must not be that bad. It must not have that much of a grip on you. You know, that there's some light at the end of the tunnel, that the devil isn't just, putting you on a puppet string and making you do all these things to sabotage your relationship. Like, no, you have awareness. You can see when that stuff might be happening and be like, no, I say no. I'm not going to do that at this time. Or at least if I do it, I'm going to be aware of it while I do it. I'm consciously choosing to do it. Hopefully not that, but you at least have that awareness. You're at least seeing it, what's happening, so you can speak to it. That builds a lot of trust within him as well. And it'll, again, talking about his little boy, it'll make his little boy feel very safe too. If you're liking any of this content, please give, again, this video a thumbs up, a like. I really appreciate it. And also share this video with a girlfriend who you think could benefit. And also, again, subscribe for more powerful videos like this. Moving forward, you don't want to miss this powerful content. Number 2 is, the question he will ask himself is, are we connected on all levels? Yeah, we might have a great physical chemistry. Yeah, we might be good. It might be just super fun to kiss each other. But are we able to have intellectual conversations? Are we able to talk about things that he's interested in, perhaps? Maybe you're both interested. It could be a variety of things. Maybe you both have an interest in cars. Maybe you both like to read certain types of books. Maybe you like certain types of shows. Maybe you're both religious in a certain way, spiritual in a certain way, have the same political beliefs. You can talk about those things and have intellectual conversations. What do you think about that? What do you think about? Well, I actually don't know about that. Well, I'm actually curious. Why do you believe that thing? Or why are you thinking that way? To have those kind of conversations is going to be powerful, because it's a critical element. We are intellectual beings. Humans, that's what separates us from the animals besides the spiritual connection, is our ability to have this computer on the top of our heads that can compute data and talk about things and be aware of the future and the past and how things fit together. So he wants to know that you can have those conversations. You could be stimulated in those ways together. And again, we talked about the spiritual connection. Do you both have the same spiritual beliefs, connection to God, or whatever that might be, or lack thereof? That could still be a connection. And then also, do you guys connected on an emotional level? Are you guys able to be there for each other, support each other, have emotional conversations as well, express your emotions with each other? Hugging, cuddling, that could be part of it as well. And that leads more into the physical connection too. Are you physically attracted, connected, able to, hold each other, those kind of things. Connected on all levels is very important, that thing that men will look for when making that decision, the final decision, really, if he's going to propose. Number one is, can she communicate effectively? We talked about this a little bit before, but can you guys, and it's not just you, it's also can be your relationship dynamic. Like, can you both have empowered communications together, or does it just always turn into a fight, turn into drama, or turn into just like one person is withdrawing, one person is closing up, not being vulnerable, not sharing how you're really feeling, not asking for what you're really wanting, not speaking up in the moment. And you guys just keep getting at each other's throats, or just keep building up resentment because nobody's talking about what's actually happening and what you both want and why you want those things and how you're feeling. Again, it could be on his end as well, and he might need to work on that. He might need to be better communication, but you can do the best you can to communicate effectively. Like if you take 200% responsibility for your relationship, 200% responsibility for the communication, what would that look like? Would you ask more questions? Would you be more present? Would you be a better listener? Would you share more about how you're feeling, why you're feeling that way? So look for those things, because that's going to be the key to having great communication, so that he sees that upward trajectory and that you guys can at least discuss the problems. Yeah, you guys probably have problems, you have issues, but can you talk about them effectively, or does it just get really nasty really quick? That's what he's going to be looking for. Now, before I share my final bonus secret, comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Which of these do you also want from a man? Do you also want to be connected on all levels, like long term, in a relationship? Do you also want him to be aware of his patterns? Do you want him to be connected to his inner child? Do you want him to be able to build a future, incredible future with him? Love to hear your thoughts on those below. Which are most important to you in a relationship? Now, my special bonus question here, because you stayed to the end, is, can we delegate roles together? Now, this is a more abstract one, but this is a question guys will definitely be asking, if not consciously, unconsciously. He wants to know, are you both able to delegate those masculine, feminine roles? Are you able to be the quote-unquote woman in the relationship? Is he able to be the quote-unquote man in a relationship? And of course, that will change in different ways, especially with kids. People will take on different roles. But he wants to be able to know, like, are you going to be the one wearing the pants? Are you going to be telling him what to do the whole relationship? Are you going to be the one initiating all the time? Being the protector, provider, the leader of the house? Or are you going to let him also take some responsibility? Are you going to let him also initiate? Are you going to let him also be the protector, provider, the man in the house? Or do you want to be the man? Somebody's got to be the man. Somebody's got to be the leader in the house at any time. Just like in a dance, you can't have a dance effectively if both people are trying to lead. Hey, I want to go over here. No, I want to go over here. No, I want to go over here. And yeah, sometimes you guys can switch it off occasionally. But what's the general role? What's the main kind of zone that you're living in? Are you being the feminine goddess? Or is he being the feminine goddess? Is he being this, oh, what do you want to do? Let's go over here. I don't know. How do you feel? So you have to be finding that balance, because masculine, feminine polarity is really the only thing that creates attraction long term. And yes, our society, our media has done a lot to break that down and to say, oh, it's okay for men to be more feminine. It's okay for women to be more masculine. It's okay for women to be the provider of the house. It's okay for men to be the stay-at-home dad. But the problem with that is it breaks down the roles, which breaks down the attraction and chemistry. And then what do you get long term? You get a 50% divorce rate. You get relationships that are toxic, painful. They talk about toxic masculinity, toxic femininity. Well, what about toxic relationships? What happens when you actually have a lack of masculinity, a lack of femininity in a relationship? You have roommates, you have friends, you have roommates, or you have power struggles, it doesn't go well. So finding your healthy balance in your feminine, allowing him to find his healthy balance in his masculine. So there's clear roles. So at any time, you know you're protected. You know he's watching out for you. You know he's the leader. He's taking care of things. He's initiating, and he knows that you're there for him when he needs you, when he breaks down, when things get tough. That you can have that nurturing, motherly energy when needed. That you can have that feminine flow that lights him up, that makes him feel like it was all worth it. This is all worth it. This is why I do what I do, is because of this, because I love this. So don't take that away from the relationship, and don't let him also take that away. Encourage him to be in his masculine. Praise him. Acknowledge him. I love it when you're taking the lead. I love it when you're making decisions, and you make me feel so safe. I feel safe around you. I love it when I feel like you're such a great protector for our family. I love you that you're always so confident and decisive about things. Encourage him, reward him, and tell him he's your hero when he is. He will want to step into that role and create that beautiful relationship for you, and we can start changing it around and turn it from a 50% divorce rate to a 100% success rate in our country and our world. Wouldn't that be great? So, hope this was helpful to you. If you like this content, go ahead and take our free Magnetize Your Man quiz if you haven't taken that already, to attract and create the kind of relationship that lights you up, that juices you up with your man that you want, that you're interested in, have the relationship that you want. Click the link below or go to mymquiz.com. Go to mymquiz.com right now and fill out your information in there. You're going to get amazing insights, and you're going to get our customized resources for you as well to help you create that relationship that you want as soon as possible. Highly recommend that. And if you haven't seen it yet, go ahead and check out the next video, which will be when a man deeply loves you, he'll start saying these 5 things. So when a man actually has chosen you, how do you know? What signs will he be giving? What words will he say? So go ahead and click that video here as well. Watch that. Highly recommend it if you haven't seen it already. And I look forward to talking to you again. Hope this was helpful. Look forward to talking to you again very soon on our next powerful video very soon. Take care.